What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's up, guys? How you living out there, man? Shout out to the free thinkers. Shout out to everybody on Def to Radio. That's our new Instagram, DEAF2 Radio. Make sure y'all follow us there, man. That's where we're fielding a lot of our requests from. So, South Africa, follow us on Def to Radio.
And as always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified when we drop new music. Up-and-coming artists, make sure you reach out to us. Check the link in the description if you want 60 seconds of your song played in the front of one of our up-and-coming videos. Make sure you check that out. You get a little bit more exposure.
We like Reece, but we love the support that his fans. Yes. We love how much y'all love him. You know what I'm saying? So it makes us excited about getting to him as well. That's because just the energy that y'all have, man. Y'all are like diehard fans for Reece. And it looks like he has deadlines that he just dropped the EP. Came out, I think, last night, if I'm not wrong, today. It's saying today. So it'll probably be midnight that this was dropped. And this is described as the album before the album. So let's get into it, man. Let's see what Reece has to say this time, man. Reece, Godlike.
Godlike. Don't get it twisted, I still got it. It's just these days it takes a lot to bring it out of me.
Quick question though. What he just said just now, he said, don't get it twisted, I still got it. It's just that these days it takes a lot to bring it out of me. I'm wondering why he would say that. Give us some feedback, Reece fans. Has he been putting out projects that maybe haven't been as well received? Are people doubting him or something like that? Because he's saying he feels the need to tell you, nah, don't get it fucked up. I still got it, but it just takes more to bring whatever out of me these days. So I'm wondering why that was written that way. So give us some feedback on why he would say something like that. I'm taking that as in people are like, oh, Reece, man, he ain't focused, he ain't locked in like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm taking it. Give us some feedback on that.
Came to a Godlike. Don't get it twisted, I still got it. It's just these days it takes a lot to bring it out of me.
Yeah. Got to the crib and I just connected to Scarlet. Back to recording. Gotta be consistent when you give them this kind of performance. Godlike. The song bleeds, the tongue is the sword. Back to making music that the Grammys no longer reward. Godlike. Sparking minds with the rhymes I used to write in the dark. Describing all those nights we had to pray for a better tomorrow. Accepting the fact you gotta continue to starve. It's hard to work with what you got when you don't have nothing at all. It's me against the world and the legion of demons that grew wings inside my head cause I kept them a secret. That's when the glow inside my spirit just slowly depleted. I had to face them, so I'm on my knees facing ease to slowly redeem it. The heart tells the mind to use love to defeat the evils. In this game I got the crown, I'm on the throne seated. But back home I'm Uncle Reece to all of my nieces, trying to be there when I'm needed. Long as I'm here and I'm breathing, I gotta change with the seasons. My time isn't yet a luxury, it hurts me to tell you I'm leaving. Just know I do this cause you're part of the reason. When God made me, he created a leader. Been a legend since the days of a fetus. Remember when they took my silence for weakness, but go silent when I finally achieve it. Fuck them and fuck the world cause I ain't saving it either. Somebody tell me what's the price of my freedom. Another life I guess. I'm in Zambia finding it hard to rest. Far from home, feel like I ain't even left. On the dusty streets of LSK I went from happiness to being stressed. I could see the mansions with the views, the city life and all until we drove. Further down the road I started seeing less. More of what I saw next with 12-year-olds with their mothers under the blazing sun, covered in black residue, selling coal. Still barely able to provide for a broken home. Wondering how they cope. Saw police stations, no hospitals close. No schools but to the church though, all of them go. But it's never easy restoring that hope. Heaven and hell, guess we're living in both. But it's like the meat just keep burning the most. And I'm just blessed to be on my way to another show. Turning my thoughts into memorable quotes before I leave a corpse and turn into a ghost. Satisfied that I played a pivotal role. Known for touching a soul whenever he spoke. Although he spoke in code whenever he wrote. Godlike. And if they paint me as the villain, I'm chill. Cause like the devil, how the fuck they supposed to stop me if they think I ain't real?
Just like the devil, how the fuck they supposed to stop me if they think I ain't real?
That could be you. How does it feel? That could be you. How does it feel? That could be you.
Don't get it twisted, I still got it. It's just these days it takes a lot to bring it out of me.
Okay.
Man, Reece can just rap, dude. I like a lot of lines that he had in here, man. What did he say here? He said the song bleeds. The tongue is the sword. He was back to making music that the Grammys no longer reward. I thought that was a cool little line, right? But I feel like he's killing the track, right? You know, the song bleeds, but my tongue is the sword. You know, what I spit is straight fire. I kill the beats. I kill the tracks, you know?
Shred them shits up.
Yeah, man, I like that, man.
It's me against the world and a legion of demons that grew wings inside my head because I kept them a secret. That's when the glow inside my spirit just slowly depleted. I had to face them. That was so well written to me, man. I mean, obviously, he's giving you a peek inside of maybe what he's been going through. He's been facing his demons, maybe his traumas. Take that as you will. But you know, that's essentially him saying he's been going through some stuff, and he's been kind of trying to in search of healing. We've seen this with pretty much every rapper, man. I would say most rappers are usually, they get to a point, they get a lot of money, they get a lot of fame, they get a lot of whatever, and then for whatever reason, man, something just derails them in some way. It just derails. You know, they start seeing, they see the leeches coming for them. You know, people see their success and they want to leech off of them. They get a lot of hate online. There's a lot of things that they have to face. When you get to the top, there's a lot that you have to face, man. So I like when he said that, man. You know, my spirit was slowly depleted. I had to face him. And I think that's kind of feeding back into what he said on the first stop. You know, when he said, you know, don't get it twisted. You know, these days it takes a lot to bring it out of me. And I think maybe I'm just speculating here that maybe he may have put some music out and his soul wasn't into it because maybe his soul was depleted. He was going through things and he just couldn't give the music his all. So that was probably him facing his demons. And this is him saying, it looks like he had to look towards love, like maybe look towards love from people who were always in his corner, maybe his family, maybe he had to love himself. And it looks like he's just refocused is how I took that. Like he's going through some shit. I'm refocused now. I had to face those demons. I'm good to go. So I just love the way that was written, though. You know, it's me against the world, legion of demons that grew wings inside of my head. They blossomed.
Consuming you.
Consuming him, consuming his spirit. So very well written right there.
Sparking minds with rhymes I used to write in the dark. It's hard to work with what you got when you don't have nothing at all. It's very, very hard to stay motivated when you ain't got shit. That's the way I take that, you know? But he said that he used to write rhymes in the dark. You could take that a few different ways, but you could take that in the literal sense that maybe he didn't have power. It could have been literally dark in his house, and like he just was very creative in trying to make a better life for himself through rhyming, you know? Or it was just dark times. It was just very, very dark times. We didn't have any fucking money, but I'm trying to, you know, find a way out, you know, and praying for a better tomorrow. But tomorrow is just the same as yesterday and the day before, you know? So I thought that was well written, but it was real.
I like the fact that Reece is very in touch with family. That's what I learned in this. You know what I mean? When he said he's Uncle Reece to his nieces, right? And time is a luxury that he can't yet afford. And then you kind of, he talks about later in the verse, he was on the side of the road. He sees, you know, 12-year-olds with their mothers under the blazing sun. They're covered in black residue selling coal. That's some shit that we don't even remotely see in America. I mean, we see people that are struggling and homeless, but to have to sell coal covered in residue, I feel like that paints a very unique picture of where he's from specifically. Still barely able to provide for a broken home. You know what I mean? So it's like, which kind of lends itself to you understanding maybe why they're on the side of the road selling coal, because 9 times out of 10, usually the father's not in a home. So now the mother is as a result, has to be on the side of the road selling coal just to feed her family. So he's just very in touch from a very humble standpoint with, you know, his family and his community. You know, he talks about no schools but to the church they all go, but it's never easy restoring hope. Heaven or hell, I guess we're living in both. You know what I'm saying? So he painted a very good picture of, I just think, his life, his community. The church is like, they go to church because that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is, hope for the best. But even in a situation where there is little to no hope, but it's the meek that just keep burning the most. I thought that was incredible, right? When they say, if you think about the Bible, right, the meek shall inherit the earth, the oppressed shall inherit the earth. He's just like, well, when are the oppressed going to rise up? Because they seem to be the ones that continuously are getting burned or burning is how I'm taking that, right? So I just thought that his imagery, the detail that he painted in this was just excellent. His community, what he wants to be there for his family. I think it just shows a well-rounded person that seems to be very aware of not only his perspective, but the perspective of the world he comes from. Very dope. This was probably the line of the song to me, man, or just this sort of lead up to it, man, when he said, before I leave a corpse and turn into a ghost, satisfied that I played a pivotal role. He said, known for touching the soul whenever he spoke, although he spoke in code whenever he wrote, godlike, and then they paint me as the villain. I'm chill because I'm the devil. How the fuck they supposed to stop me if they think it ain't real? I thought that was really, really, really well written, man. Very, very dope. It is about positivity. It is about helping people. It is about touching people. But it's unfortunate, or it's ironic that him being painted the villain is actually advantageous to him. You know what I'm saying? To get to a higher level, because you can't stop me, right? If you don't think I'm real, there's nothing to stop. You're not putting things in place to stop my trajectory. So I'm happy that you're looking at me as the villain. Excellent suggestion, guys. That's probably, in his image, was probably my favorite lyrically from Reece. But this is in that conversation from one of the better lyrical displays from him, man. I can tell, man, because I think we did the Red Dragon song, and I know that was like just a smoked out joint that you guys said it was about just smoking weed, and that was what that EP was about. But this is the Reece that I like, man. You know what I'm saying? The painting the vivid pictures. You're getting a sort of a snapshot of what's going on in his head. And just the poetry in the writing, I think, is really good. He just seemed, like he said, man, don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? I can still get into this bag when I want to, when I'm feeling inspired. I just say, man, just put out shit that just, when you're inspired, that's when you make music, man. If you're not inspired, don't make music, bro. Because this is what we want from you, man. Salute to everybody that requested that one. Give us some more joints off the EP. I'm seeing Bad Guy, Death, Intentions, Something to Write For, Fight For, excuse me.
That would have been cool, though.
Yeah, that would have been hot. Different Things, Bigger Than Me, and obviously we did Godlike. So give us more of the EP. We want to get back to them. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost to Vegas. We out.